It's Bob and Tom Tonight, starring Chick McGee, Christy Lee, Josh Arnold, Ace Cosby, Pat Godwin, Willie Griswold, and Tom Griswold.
I believe that we're working on a technical setup right now for our special feature.
Oh, hey! Holy heck, there he is, live on the scene.
It's Jeff Oskay, and it's time for his special feature. Now, it would appear that you're outside. You got a nice tie on. You're standing next to the grill because today, of course, was our Omaha Steaks cookout.
Yes, thanks to Jess and Jessica.
Delicious.
How is he your belly?
He's got a bit of a short shirt on.
Are you wearing tighty-whities? Come on,
No,
Jeff.
I'm wearing boxers. So
All right. Okay.
Kind of a maroon.
This shirt fit when I started here.
Well, Jeff, what have you got for us?
Well, as you guys know, we give you a lot of news each week, but we don't give you all the news. So I'm here to give you the news that we failed to mention.
Now, here's Jeff Oskay with what you failed to mention news.
A man went to the emergency room with a World War II mortar stuck in his backside that he supposedly fell on. What you failed to mention, I'm not sure who was more shell-shocked. His backside or the ER nurses.
You put that right on the grill there.
Cook that when it's dead.
Okay. A large snake was removed from a gentleman's brand new couch. What you failed to mention, I bet that's the last time he buys a couch at Larry's Discount Furniture and Snake Emporium. All right, we'll keep that one. TSA allowed a man to bring a charcuterie tackle box on a plane containing many meats and cheeses. What you failed to mention, finally, hopefully they'll start letting me board with my broccoli and cheddar soup case.
A soup case. Where's my soup
Who
case?
puts charcuterie in a tackle box? That's what weirds me out about that story.
A man dressed as a bunny stole a bunch of handbags from a store. What you failed to mention, it looks like most child actors, Ralphie from A Christmas Story has hit hard times. Right there on the grill. All right. The Jamaican government has launched a new Weed is Great campaign. What you failed to mention, they're hoping if you get high enough while you're there, you won't notice all the poverty on the drive to the resort.
That is a thing.
Lots of poverty.
Ugly American.
Are those really burning?
Yes, they are.
That grill's on.
Those are some hot jokes.
That's not the only thing.
Once again, they're catching on fire on the grill. You may want to shut that grill.
What the hell is wrong with you?
4 kilos of meth.
It's really distracting. That thing is really on fire, Jeff.
Yeah, no, he meant for this to happen.
These are,
all right.
Put it in the slot. Okay.
All right, let's go.
Put it in the...
It is on fire.
They just
There you go.
4 kilos of meth were discovered by customs and an old oil painting. What you failed to mention, the painting was a Van Gogh self-portrait. What tipped off authorities was instead of missing his ear, he was missing all his teeth.
meth, you see.
Meth.
It's a meth painting.
There's a new credit card for making purchases at marijuana dispensaries. What you failed to mention, the credit card slogan is, "What's in your baggie?" What's in your bag? How they sell marijuana.
Open that grill back up.
Put that on the grill. Put that one on the grill.
Let's do it.
Okay.
And they made the world's largest pot-laced brownie this week.
Right.
What you failed to mention, it was baked by Sarah Lee's less successful brother, Greg.
Greg.
Hey, nobody doesn't like Greg Lee.
Joey Chestnut ate 17 pounds of shrimp to win the St. Elmo's shrimp eating contest. What you failed to mention, 17 pounds of shrimp all to himself. How shellfish. That's going on the grill.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Is that the second arrival of a shell pun?
On the grill.
This set.
And finally,
Taking your time.
a group of Canadian school children set the record for the largest chain of snowflakes with 2,200 attached snowflakes. What you failed to mention, not to be outdone, here in America, our school children have set the record for the biggest bunch of snowflakes. I'm Jeff Oskay.
And now, on with the show.
Hi-oh.
All right.
Your jokes are burning again.
You might want to throw that tie on the grill. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jeff. Those jokes are literally on fire.
Yeah, somebody
Yes,
will take
they-
that.
There's Willie Griswold, and there's Tom Griswold.
Just meeting Mitchell.
Oh, yeah.
Never met you before, but I know that you're going to be on stage with Josh at the Fort Wayne Comedy Club tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm very excited for it. Should be some really good shows.
Yes.
And then now I don't know much about you. Tell me about your. I've
got
Are your parents still alive?
Yeah. They're still alive.
Okay,
you know?
just check it. That would be really awkward if they weren't. That's
Right.
happened before on the show.
Oh, by the way, Tom, can someone please tell Tom the Fort Wayne Comedy Club is actually in a town just east of Fort Wayne called New Haven. Okay.
So it's like the New York Jets.
I told you, yeah.
They play in New Jersey.
FortWayneComedyClub.com. It'll give you all the address
Thank you.
information.
Yes.
So there you so we're starting with a lie.
Yep.
But yeah, my parents are actually going to be at the show.
Oh,
you know?
really?
Like, yeah, nice people. You know, my dad believes in Bigfoot, but he doesn't believe in me. Which is funny because there are pictures of me that aren't blurry.
That's nice.
I don't know. When my mom was pregnant with me, she read this book called The Gentle People, and she told me she was glad she read it because I'm a gentle person. And I just wish she would have read a book about lifting weights and humping. But,
Yeah.
Maybe 50 Shades of Grey.
yeah, that would have
bit
been
of
better
butt
for me,
pluggery
I
or something.
think.
What?
Maybe not the butt pluggery.
No, let's hear him out.
Our guest is comedian Mitchell Potts.
Funny your mind went there.
You got kind of a...
Here we go.
You get kind of a... I'm trying to describe the beard here. It's sort of...
Bad?
This is where it goes off the rails, and we never hear from Mitchell again. And he leaves sobbing.
Have you always had the beard?
Yeah, I try to grow it out every once in a while, and then I mess up shaving, so I shave it all off, and then the cycle starts again.
Okay, well...
Not a great look, but it's what I have.
All right. Hey. Yeah.
I didn't say it wasn't. We got some nice beards in this room. You look over there, that chick McGee.
Oh, yeah.
He's got one of the finest.
Looks like Ernest Hemingway. Josh, yours is just right now.
Oh, thank you.
Looking
Trimming
really,
up,
looking
maybe.
really good.
And Willie's... he doesn't... He's giving it up.
Well, that seemed like a dig, didn't it?
Well, you
That
need
seemed a little
to
rude.
just let it go for like 6 months and see where we are.
I was talking with Mitchell in the green room, enjoying, by the way, a delicious Frankfurter from Omaha Steaks. Those are so good.
Oh, those jumbo franks.
And by the way, we're urging everybody to send someone a nice box of steaks, etc., from Omaha Steaks. And I'll tell you what, the key to this is putting BTS in that search bar when you get to omahasteaks.com. We'll talk about that in just a few minutes. But you mentioned to me, I was asking if he had a straight job, and you told me that you used to be a garbage man.
Oh.
And I always wanted to be a garbage man. I think
too.
Chick did too.
Yep.
Because in my neighborhood, the garbage guys had these cool little, they were like souped up golf carts.
Oh, God.
And they'd go flying up and down your driveway and come up and grab the garbage and then speed up to the big truck.
God forbid you'd have to take your can to the corner.
Could you imagine?
Curb.
No, I had
Where
to,
I
I
am
had to
now,
walk.
I've got to take it down.
Oh, you would have to walk up?
Well, yeah, I would have to walk up. I would ride on the back of the truck and then walk up.
See, that looks
you
cool
know?
when you're
Yeah.
a kid. You're hanging off the back of the truck.
Yeah, it's 5 seconds of freedom before you have to hop off and pick up another toilet. But
5 seconds of freedom.
Just when you're a kid, it looks like a fun job. Did you not like being a garbage?
no, I loved it. It was actually my favorite job I've ever had. People throw out, weird stuff. Like, worst thing I ever found was some family threw out an entire horse for me to deal with.
Oh.
A horse?
Yeah, a horse, which they're not supposed to do. And there's like a
Garbage men
horse.
frown upon that?
There's like a horse paddy wagon for that.
Yikes.
Was this like a rural area?
Not really. It was in the middle of my hometown, which it's like a town of 12,000 people. I mean, they should have known better, but they tried to soup up the horse to let us know that we should pick it up. They like wrapped the hooves in garbage bags and spray painted the word trash on it.
Wow.
So would you on a regular basis go through the
my
garbage
God.
looking for stuff you could salvage?
Yeah, that was pretty popular. I got a TV that way.
Did it work?
Yeah, it worked great. I had it for a few years. Yeah, there's some real perks. There's some real perks to being a garbage
We're speaking
man.
with former garbage man. Mitchell Potts, now a comedian. He'll be working with Josh Arnold tonight and tomorrow.
Yes.
Now, we've got a bunch of stuff going on at the same time, including we're going to answer a couple questions that we've already posed on the show this morning. The answer to the soap opera, the television thing coming up.
Oh, yeah, why your TV sometimes looks that way.
Yeah, in the meantime, I look over at the big screen, and
You hear
we
the
are
sizzle?
looking at some burgers.
Holy hell!
We got because we're doing Omaha Steaks. We're starting off with Omaha Steak burgers today. The Omaha Steaks burgers are delightful, and we're going to do some steak and eggs. And we've got Jess Hooker. There she is. I can see her on the porch there. We got the cameras all hooked up. Hey, Jess, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good to see you. And obviously, you're cooking burgers, so I'm not going to say what's cooking.
Yep, we're cooking burgers right now. This is from the Perfect Gift Package. Next, we're going to do I think we'll do fillets next. The bacon wrap
terrific.
filet mignons. Yeah. That's what we'll put on next. We're getting ready to flip these, and we've got some brioche buns to put them on. They're going to be delicious.
And look at the little display she has behind her of the Omaha Steaks boxes and all the meat that they come in. The easy to handle boxes. There you go.
Wonderful.
Look at that.
Nice.
Huh?
Now,
Looks like a game show.
we have a couple of questions we have to answer.
What?
Just mentioned the Guinness World Record for the was it the donkey parade?
Yeah.
Mule.
Yeah,
Mule,
and,
different than a donkey.
50 of them. It was quite impressive. I mentioned 20 mule team borax.
We're going back to pick that up.
Well, we asked the question. 20 mule teams were actually teams of 18 mules and 2 horses. They used it in large wagons, transported borax out of the Death Valley in the late 1800s. How about that?
Who faxed in to tell us about that?
This is from Carlos. Thank you, Carlos.
Wow.
Portions of the trail are still visible at Edwards Air Force Base. Thank you very much, sir.
Who's Borax?
So that whole ad campaign was based on a real thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that. And I guess there's...
Borax is a laundry detergent.
Borax is a... It does sound... Borax does sound like a character from
Yeah,
the
because of
sci-fi.
Borat, I guess, maybe.
Or, yeah, I'm Borax.
Yeah.
The planet limbs
And then
naps.
Willie mentioned something about, this is kind of complicated, and there's a bunch of different versions of this. The so-called soap opera effect is a feature of many modern televisions. It's also called motion smoothing or motion interpolation or frame interpolation.
I don't have that. My TV's old.
Yeah, it's so I don't know exactly what that means, but you've got to read your manual to figure it out.
Interpolation is when you become a British spy.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
There's
That makes
also
sense.
something called true motion. I don't know. That's my TV doesn't do that. So
Mine
if it does,
doesn't
I just
either.
don't know how to do it. So it's all good. Now, coming up, we're going to
It's
have
all good.
a comedian. Mitchell Potts will be joining us.
Let me grab that. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
This is Dick Hitswater sitting in for Althea Beaver. And this is a Some Other News Central Report.
Okay.
Althea.
Althea Beaver.
Right.
Where Beaver?
Lucky you, yeah.
There, Beaver. Okay. With Christmas right around the corner, we want to make sure all the children out there have a safe and happy holiday, of course. Well, here is the most current updated list of dangerous recalled toys.
Oh,
First up, indoor lawn jarts. Even with low ceilings, this one could create some nasty head wounds.
sure.
Also, with high gasoline prices, you're going to want to avoid this one. It's called Jimmy's First Flamethrower. Recalled dolls on the list include the Pierce Your Own Belly Button Barbie playset. Here are some novelty items being recalled. Fart in a can is being recalled for containing no actual farts.
Oh, my. That's a rip
Truth
off.
and
What
advertising.
a jip. Coming in number 7 on the no-no list, Paco matches.
Pack-O-Matches.
Yeah.
And watch out for the Gillette Razor Boomerang.
Oh, I will.
Now, as far as games are concerned, the Pokemon 40-amp electric eye poker is being recalled.
Well, I
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
40 amps. A little bit of a jolt.
The
Or
Rubik's,
blindness.
yeah,
Death.
the Rubik's Cubes anatomical puzzle game is also on the list.
Rubik's Pubes. Really?
Finally, the Easy Bake Tide Pod recipe book is being recalled,
I can imagine.
as is the Tramo rooftop trampoline. Be careful, moms and dads. This is Dick Hitswater sitting in for Althea Beaver, and this has been a Some Other News Bethel Report.
I don't always agree with everything that's on some of the lists we do. I agree with every one of those being recalled.
The rooftop trampoline. Bad idea.
Very bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to Christy Lee. What's going on over there at the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk?
A Florida woman is facing charges after allegedly breaking a sink in a restaurant bathroom during a sexual encounter.
Man, that's hot.
According to an arrest affidavit.
Wet, too.
Staff at a bar called Irish 31 in Seminole asked 37-year-old woman Catherine Trammell and her male friend to leave after discovering the pair in the bathroom. The woman and her friend left, sat at the bar, but soon returned to said bathroom. It was allegedly during this second trip that the woman and her friend got into some sexy time and were intimate, and as a result caused the sink to break.
Whoops.
The 37-year-old suspect would not offer a further explanation of how the sink was damaged, according to police, and has now been charged with criminal mischief.
One in the pink, one in the stink. No, wait, is it one in the sink, one in the pink? What is it again?
Tom, your son is disturbed.
Just don't worry about what his dad.
Isn't that the old phrase?
Just don't worry about the shocker, Dad.
I don't know what happens after this. I don't know.
By the way, Christy, did you take a look at this lady?
No.
She's quite attractive.
Yeah, I feel like most people that do it at the bar are, right?
I mean, she's really quite attractive.
Well, when the love bug bites.
Okay.
You assumed dirtbag?
Yeah, you did, didn't you?
Yeah.
I think one could.
Yeah, I did assume dirtbag.
You
You never had sex in a restaurant bathroom?
No.
He's had sex in the missionary fashion on a bed, and
wait a minute.
in order to reproduce.
Christy, have you had an intimate encounter in a toilet in a public restroom?
I haven't, but I know of people that have.
I want it when I'm in a public restroom. Let me put it this way: if I'm in a public restroom, there's an absolute minimum of clothing removal, no matter what the transaction. I've got my pants hovering so they don't touch the floor.
This is sort of inside baseball, but I've done this at a bar bathroom, and it was a bar where comedian John Fox, his headshot is above the bar.
Oh boy!
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
Did you go in the women's room or the men's room?
It was a genderless single person bathroom.
Oh, single person.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The family. That's what you want to go for.
Real big.
It's big and it locks. That's what you want. You want to have some privacy in there.
Well, it sounds to me like they were getting a little bit amorous. Then they were kicked out. They went to the bar, drank some more, and then went back in. And that's when apparently when the sink was broken.
Right.
That's so inconsiderate, though.
I mean, if you got to wash it that much before you go in.
That's not what was happening.
It's not why doors to a bathroom stall don't go all the way to the bottom, so we can't hide in there and do that, or so we can see.
Probably a number of reasons.
Yeah.
It's just so inconsiderate, though, taking up time in that bathroom. There are guys that need to get into that bathroom to discreetly hit their vape pens. Okay, show some respect.
I was at a very formal event one night at a big hotel. And I went into the bathroom and just, something minor at the urinal, and I hear this sound, and then the door opens. There's a guy in one of the stalls. I remember he was about 6'5" with a huge leather coat on, and he had a full-size Burns-O-Matic torch.
Yeah?
And he was lighting something in there.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I left rather rapidly.
When was this?
But it was a few years back. I mean, he had a full size, like the size of a fire extinguisher. This wasn't one of those little torches.
Was it in Colorado?
Serious business, no. But I'm assuming it was crack or something. But
of course you are.
If you're carrying around, are you following me here? This guy's carrying around something the size of a.
Maybe he's a fireworks dealer.
Maybe he was.
You don't know.
Maybe he was sweating a joint. Maybe he was a plumber.
Maybe he was preparing creme brulee.
Right.
Yes.
That must be it, because that's where you want to go when you're at a really nice hotel at a formal event.
Our creme brulee is prepared fresh in the restaurant. If you like that, it's very, very good.
Also in Florida, authorities are saying a 76-year-old woman targeted her ex-boyfriend and his new girlfriend in an auto vandalism spree. The
She went all Carrie Underwood on her.
Yeah. The suspect, Ms. Patsy Murrell, damaged the vehicles belonging to her 74-year-old ex and his 64-year-old girlfriend.
Yeah, running around with that young tramp.
Cradle robber.
Allegedly poured oil in the vents of her ex's car and used pink lipstick to write the words, "Loves kinky sex as well as womanizer" on the windows. Police noted that the suspect also rammed the car's rear bumper, causing $1,600 in damages.
But that was just an accident. She's old, you see.
The 76-year-old woman is also accused of pouring oil into the new girlfriend's BMW, writing "slut" on the car and leaving a dead raccoon on the hood.
That's a message.
That's a nice touch.
Boy, oh boy.
I love everything happening.
Yeah, I approve of most of this.
76, this woman.
I approve most of this. I just want to make sure was the raccoon dead before she.
It says dead raccoon.
I would hate to see her going out to kill the raccoon just to put it on.
I boiled it.
She was arrested on felony criminal mischief charges. The BMW was judged a total loss, adding that the insurance settlement amount exceeded $33,000.
Wow.
Did we look her picture up? I bet she's a cutie.
I bet not.
I can try.
I don't know a lot about the law, but I think this woman should be on the Supreme Court. I think she should be in charge of discipline, and that's a great idea. Get the lipstick in there.
A woman on the Supreme Court. Willie, you're killing me. Come on, man, that's good.
Woo!
Here's her picture. She looks sort of like Durwood Kirby, if you remember.
Watch the entire show live or on demand at bobandtom.com or listen live with the Bob and Tom app. And be sure to tune in next time for more Bob and Tom Tonight.